Good morning, everyone. My name is Marcia Gray Eyes. I'm the Change Labs co-working director and also the community manager for Change Labs. I'm going to talk a little bit about our program here. So Change Labs is focused on working with American or Native American entrepreneurs. And we like to work with startups and small businesses on native land. So this includes currently the Four Corners area, which is the Navajo Nation, Hopi, Paiute nations, and various other nations that are within the Four Corners area. In Tuba City, we have a co-working space. It's currently, we're working on reopening it. And there we have a place where you can do some work using our internet and printer and anything else that you may need to use for your business. It also includes a desk space and just basically a place where you can focus on doing your work. So one of the questions that we get asked a lot is, how do I start a business? On Mondays, we have business coaching staff available via virtual connection, either by phone or online, to answer some of those questions. You can also come in and we can discuss various ways you can start a business. We also have what we call buildnavajo.com or .org. It's a website where we walk you through the steps of how to register your business on a reservation, what you need to do to get a business site lease, and various other resources that are available on that website. As I mentioned before, our business coaching is available every Monday, except if there's a holiday, we usually skip those days. But Monday, we're open for business coaching from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And our co-working space is also open from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Next slide. Okay. We also have a business incubator program where we take in about 10 entrepreneurs, 10 to 12 startups or small businesses, and we work with them throughout the year on various aspects of business. This can include accounting, bookkeeping, marketing, customer experience maps, things that are related to building, growing, and having viable and sustainable businesses on tribal lands. Another question that we get asked a lot is, how do I create a business? This is where we have our design team, which works with answering some of those questions. So they help with consultation work related to your website or website designs, and they also help with logo designs and various other things related to branding. We also have a YouTube channel. We have over 30 videos currently. Since January 2021, we have tried to put all of our workshops on there, our webinars related to those workshops, and anything else that we have been doing. So please subscribe and follow us on YouTube. We post about every 2 weeks, so there's always new content. Another question we get asked is, how do I get help running my business? We do provide coaching as well as one-on-one help. If you need anything specific, we will do our best to help you with whatever it is that you need help with related to your business. So as I've mentioned before, one of the things that we have is our co-working space. And there we're open from 10 to 4. If you would like to stop by, you're more than welcome to come on in. Just wear your mask, and we have a max of about 3 people in that space. We also have another app called Res Rising. We have over 600 businesses registered on Res Rising currently. And this is more of like a yellow page / summary of, or I should say an overview of what your business is, where you can be contacted, and where your location is. If you have any more questions, you can contact me at marsha@nativestartup.org, or you could come by our studio. Either Tim, Deal, or myself should be there to assist you. And I'd like to ask you to stay on mute until Q&A. You can always type your questions in the chat box, and this session is being recorded and should be available on YouTube by the end of the week. And without further ado, I'd like to give the time over to Martin, who will be talking about establishing and amplifying your web presence. And Martin.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, appreciate that. Yeah, love everything you guys are doing there with all the different resources you're offering, for native businesses there, the website presence, the app, the YouTube channel. I've actually spent some time going back and watching some of the past presentations because there's so many going on for my job that I don't get to see them all live. So thank you for posting those on the channels there. So my name is Martin Guerrero. I work for Square as part of the small business and community advocacy team. Thank you for having me here today. A lot of my job is, establishing connections within the communities where we live. We have an office here in Arizona. We have obviously California as well. And we're just looking to be a good community partner and offer any of the education on our resources that we offer. So today we'll be talking about establishing and amplifying your web presence with Square. So Square, as you may know, is or Square Online is part of a larger ecosystem of tools and products to help you manage your entire business. If you offer beauty, tax, or any time-based service, you can use Square Appointments to allow customers to book time, right? Or to book time or book and pay you online. If you have, if you're a restaurant, you can use Square for specifically for restaurants, which has all the inventory and order tracking you need. Or let's say you opened up a new, in-person boutique or shop, you can use Square for retail to also manage inventory, orders, and sync that with all of your online offerings as well. There are many other tools such as payroll, capital, business banking card that you have access to once you sign up with Square. So in today's session, I'm going to be covering, excited to cover here, some of the e-commerce trends we've seen over this last year. Obviously, last year was a different year altogether than most, but we did see some trends there. Creating your own online store, marketing tactics to drive traffic, and then just some key takeaways. So yeah, if you have questions, feel free to line those up towards the end here. So before we dive, into the Square Online platform, and offer tools to help you run your business online, kind of take a minute to understand some of the trends we're noticing, right now. Really seeing just an overall shift in how businesses are selling, right? And you've probably seen that if you've supported some business here recently. Restaurants adapted really quickly to new order fulfillment methods, like allowing customers to buy online, schedule time to pick up, or even just curbside pickup was a huge factor in helping many restaurants survive, and where because they minimize contact and allow them to still serve their customers in a safe way. Self-serve ordering as parts of the country started to open up, and we're able to offer dining, a lot of patio dining, right? Outdoor dining was opened up. Self-serve ordering with QR codes became a big factor as well, where you could print a QR code for each table. You could just scan it with your phone and then order and pay all via your phone, minimizing the need to have many folks taking orders and really focusing on preparing the orders and delivering them out to the table. And then we saw a shift in service-based businesses offering things like virtual appointments, right? Virtual shopping appointments, virtual yoga sessions, virtual, workout sessions. We saw a lot of that, and a lot of that will continue forward. It's not just, the types of things that just happened during, the bulk of COVID. A lot of this has it's been over a year now, so a lot of this buying habits are really starting to be ingrained, and things that folks really look forward to keeping as things move forward. And then retail businesses, right, offering more order online and buy in store. You see with all the major brands, Walmart, Target, they all offer, right, buy online, pick up in store, pull into they've taken up some of their parking spaces specifically for that. So definitely a trend that will stay. But we're definitely seeing business owners thinking about how to compete with that kind of thing, right? You too, if you have, a physical location, can offer that kind of service, right? If you're really leveraging your localness to buying online and picking up in store. And then just business owners really thinking about how they're going to attract, different customers with new digital marketing efforts. And so much of the e-commerce landscape, it is online and continues to do so. We're seeing, marketplaces still continue to dominate, right? You think of marketplaces like Etsy, Amazon, a lot of maker type of marketplaces, and it's a great place to get started on selling or attracting new customers. But there's fees involved, commissions involved for that, and that that third party really kind of owns that relationship. So we're seeing folks really leveraging into their uniqueness, their own online store, taking orders there to reclaim that customer experience, right, and own that and own the data that's involved there. That's the biggest component we've seen, is really owning that customer data, right? Who are your most your most loyal customers? Who's buying what, right? Versus the marketplace having all that data and maybe not sharing that with you. Mobile shopping, again, a huge component of last year. I mean, just in general, 73% of online sales will be made on a mobile device by end of 2021. At Square, and specifically for Square Online, our e-commerce solution, we saw in 2020 over 80% of sales for our sellers came for their online stores came by a mobile device. Over 80%. So that, I mean, Square Online obviously is a mobile friendly site. That's all built into that. It's mobile first. But we were shocked to see that ended up being at that over 80% mark. I mean, we knew it would be well over 50%, which is kind of where it had been trending upwards, every year. But to see it at over 80% for our sellers specifically was just mind blowing. And then you all know, 2/3 of Google searches happen on a mobile device, right? That's our everything. Google Maps, YouTube, right? Obviously YouTube owned by Google, and then just regular Google search, right? All those components kind of factor into that. And then the biggest trend we saw out of 2020 and still into 2021 now, I mean, we're almost halfway through 2021, believe it or not. One of the biggest trends we saw and continue to see was searches for a business near me, right? Folks really looking to support local, like pizzeria near me, clothing store near me. We all have these portable, powerful computers in our pocket, and it knows where we are at all times, right? So we can tell it, hey Siri, hey Alexa, where is the nearest this or that, and it will tell us because it's aware of our location with the GPS, and it'll say, oh, there's a food truck near you right now, or this clothing boutique that sells what you're looking for near you, and it'll give you directions right to that business. So a huge factor there. And of course, that just all became a part of what we saw as part of the COVID lockdowns, was folks really wanting to support local small businesses. All right, so now that we have got a little better understanding of just some of the high level e-commerce trends we've seen, I'm going to dive into the Square Online platform a little bit here, just a high level overview of the platform, and then just some tips on images and website, and then we'll do leverage how to leverage Square Online into in their built-in marketing tools. So here's some example sites you can create based with the Square Online platform. Really want to be flexible for all different types of businesses, whether you're a boutique retailer, a restaurant owner, hair salon, or even just a small organization. We make it simple, to get up and running, and for free. We have a completely free option that allows you to take payment, ship, collect taxes, all of that on a free platform. And so then why Square Online, right? We worked hard with website designers to understand the key sections every business owner needs on their site, and we help you get started with pre-selected sections, really just based on the type of business you are, retail, do you sell food, et cetera. We gather some of that information up front to really help that kind of get up and going. Because I mean, we know, right, from all the data we have, what sites are converting and what content sections those sites have on there. So we can take those most common sections that the highest performing websites have on there and offer those to you as well, so you can really hit the ground running, right? It's all designed to be, build it yourself, with no programming or coding experience necessary. But we do have partnerships with third-party designers, and I understand, I know Change Labs has designers there as well, something they could leverage to use it if you're looking to have someone just design it for you, right? Someone that really has that eye for design to make it look exactly how you want it to. Here's an example of the different sections you can add, right? Featured items, is a huge one. You don't want to feature some of your top selling products. Instagram, right? Instagram as an e-commerce solution as well has boomed and continues to do so with the invention of, Facebook or Facebook and Instagram stores, both, being able to connect to your website here. So the stuff that you really need, right? Text and images, featured items, email subscription, all these components that we know make up a great high functioning website that maybe you know what they are, but not necessarily know the labels. So we just have them already in there for you to kind of put it together however you think is going to be best for your look and feel. So selecting your layout, first you decide, what kind of online presence you want to start off with. If you want to get up and running quickly, easily, maybe you have just a couple of items, a single page site really helps with that. Or you can even take our shoppable Instagram page where you're really not building anything. You're just connecting your Instagram feed and just showing all of your posts. And then you can actually tag those posts with your products to have them click on them and buy them. Obviously, everyone uses their best images on Instagram, right? It started out as a photo sharing platform. Everyone uses nothing but their best images on there. This way you're not having to redo those images, or maybe you don't have them, saved somewhere else. You can just take them right from your Instagram and post them there. And then, of course, you can always do a full site, right? Home, about, gallery, contact us, like all those pages you think of, when you're building, a full website. So just deciding, whatever's going to work best for you and your business. And of course, they can be customized. A single page can turn into a full site, and kind of vice versa. So definitely more than just a website builder, right? When you think about your website, it's a platform for you. And I like to tell folks that, your website really is the center of gravity for your business online, and everything else, kind of centers around that, right? Your Instagram, your Facebook, your YouTube, right? Those are all great channels that should then funnel back to your website, where you have full control of that site and you control everything that's on there, and the messaging and the relationship with folks who end up there. Right. So again, meeting your customers, where they are, allowing them to order online, pick up in store, shop directly from your website, and they can tag your products or services on Instagram, right? Accept more types of payments, right? Not just a regular credit card. You can do gift cards, Apple Pay, Google Pay. We have Square Pay now as well, which saves your customers' payment information for a faster, secure checkout later. That information is not something you personally are saving. It's saved in Square system. So we take full responsibility for the security of that. So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have access to that. And then you just spend a lot less time keeping everything in sync when you have a website here, your Instagram feed there, when everything works together, right? Your in-person payments, your online payments, whether that be from your website, your Facebook shop, your Instagram shop, they're all connected and all synced together. So if you have inventory, that all tracks down from wherever it's purchased. So everything always stays in sync. Your orders are all in one place as well. And then again, it helps you bring in more customers, right? With built-in SEO features, selling on Facebook and Pinterest as well as another one that you can connect to your site, and building your email list, to do email marketing. We'll kind of dive into those a little more here. Images is a huge factor, right? So great content is really what keeps customers on your page. It is your indirect conversation with your customers and sets the tone for that great customer experience. So you think of your website and all the content that's on there, that's replacing the one-on-one conversation that you would have. Maybe you're at a fair or festival selling at a booth, when people come up to you and see your product, they can ask you about it, they can hold it, they can see it, you can have that conversation. But online, right, you're not necessarily there to do that. So the content that's on your pages, it's going to do that for you. So you can take advantage of our free integration with Unsplash, which gives you access to thousands of free stock photos instantly directly into the website editor. So let's say you own a hair salon, right, and you need filler images for some sections. You can do a search for like curly hair, long hair, right, and have really professional photos there until maybe you want to do some of your own. If you already have physical products, you can take advantage of the Square Photo Studio to get affordable product shots. You just ship them to us. We shoot them with our robot cameras, and then you download them right inside your website, and they're available right there. Also, a huge industry that's kind of taken over is a lot of photographers that did maybe family photos or wildlife photos or things like that. Really kind of had to transition to product photography because it became such a need for businesses, right? Needing to have great photos on their website, because if you don't have those great photos of your product, it doesn't put it in a great light. Someone's just going to skip it and go to the next one that really showcases it. And you can see the images here. Our colleagues there in the photo studio have fun shooting products, like these, like the knife set or this bat purse. We've taken photos of things like eyelashes and even prosthetics and things like that we've had a lot of fun shooting photos of. And we've got some stuff in development for photo studio that eventually with an integrated application, phone app within Square that'll let you take professional photos and remove backgrounds and things like that. So really thinking about how we can support businesses in their need for photography. All right, so once you've made your initial choices, right, you built out your website, colors, fonts, things like that, you're going to be prompted to select your domain name, right? You can purchase a new domain name, right? Really help make your brand stand out, more professional, very, very, cost effective there. I mean, domain names run, anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks a year. I think through Square, I think it's $12. Or you can connect a domain name you already own elsewhere. Maybe you registered you had your business idea, you registered your domain name, you had it waiting. Now you can just connect that to that, or you can use a Square, subdomain, right? That's free. It'd be like Martin's, jewelry.square.site. That gives you a custom domain that's live instantly, secured, and you can get up and running super easy. All right, so now that we've got the base, some of the basics covered there, I'm going to dive into just some simple marketing tactics to help you leverage your online website. You have to make it easy for search engines to understand what your website about, right? So when you build your website and the content you're building on there, that's for the eyes of a person, right? But the underlying information is what you're going to be giving to the robots, essentially the Google bots, Yahoo, Bing, right? The programs that scan your website and look for information. You really have to tell it what your website is about, or it will try to figure it out on its own, and it may not get that correctly, right? So when we talk about SEO or search engine optimization, this is what we're talking about, right? Making Google believe what you're saying about your business is definitely what what you want to add your keywords to your site description here. So we've all been on Google. We all see the search engine results, right? So we can see those there on the right. People searching for really specific product these days, right? They're looking for indigenous or Native American owned businesses and searching for that. And so that's what you're putting yourself out there as. Definitely what you want to have in your site description for the search engines to understand what your site is about. And every builder out there is going to have a spot for your site description, your product descriptions, right? Play a huge role in that as well. Being really descriptive about your products really helps them, kind of store that information to link back to your site. Lastly, a lot of sellers I talk to forget to tag their images, right? As I stated before, the trend most popular are people searching on their mobile device and maybe scrolling through images instead of general results. So you got to let Google know what your images on your website are about to bring more people to your site. So when you're adding images to your website, you can tag those, to let them know what would be called an alt tag, to let them know maybe it's a picture of a red shirt that you sell, right? You tag that image as, as red shirt or homemade red shirt to let Google know, oh, this image, because Google can't see the image, they're going to go off of what it's tagged, and that's how it ends up in the Google image results. So doing that is another key factor. We have some seller examples here, right? Kiddo, who's a Black children's boutique in Chicago. They did a great job highlighting, right, the specific type of products they sell, right? Eco-friendly children's clothes. They most likely did, keyword research ahead of time. I know they did keyword research after talking to them. They did that to understand if people use different variations of that. All right. Some people may say organic products, etc., but they really found that their research found that eco-friendly was the way to go there. Chica, a small Mexican restaurant that I visited in downtown Oakland. All right, they made sure to add a site image. This is a great way to engage people immediately before they even navigate to your website, right? Like they say, we eat with our eyes before we, before we ever eat our actual food. So seeing, that food there, right? The chicken and waffles example there really kind of brings attention to the food there. You're already hungry. You see that already solidifies, your decision to go ahead and make a purchase there. And then Alkali Rye, a Black and Asian owned beverage shop in Oakland as well. We have an office in Oakland, so we do a lot of research with local businesses in the area. They not only specifically highlighted their products and services, but also where they're located, right? As you can imagine, folks maybe, as we mentioned, they're searching specifically for tasting rooms in Oakland now that COVID restrictions are lifting. So again, go back to the Google search trends where people were doing near me searches, trying to find things that are near and close to them. You can also sell on Instagram and on our free plan. I mentioned this because other platforms do make you upgrade and to pay for that usually. One simple tactic people tend to forget or don't organize very well is reposting when your customers tag you or your products or they're dining at your restaurant, right? Share their excitement with other prospective customers lurking, on your Instagram. So if someone's there, they're maybe having a special birthday or maybe an anniversary, right? And they tag your restaurant in there, resharing that post to give even more visibility. So it gives them visibility and you visibility, right? That's kind of a almost a quick review of your restaurant. They're already sharing that they're there. They're already having that positive experience. Here's an example how you can save time adding personalized images to your site that already reflect your business. As I mentioned, we have the Instagram feed that you can add to your site and just connect, all of your posts. But you can actually have a full Instagram page that just pulls in all the images from the app, so you can see those there. So you don't have to spend more time uploading them and trying to find them. They're all there. Makes it really quick and easy to just pull those, and you can start using those images on your site as well. Facebook and all of the social media channels, right, and even email especially are a great way to promote new products and deals. Let me show you how you can do that with the Square Marketing platform. So with Square Marketing, you can create Facebook posts directly from your Square dashboard. The look and feel aligns with their email builder as well, which we'll take a look at it there. But we have templates already that make it really simple, really easy for you to get that going, right? And again, you can see it looks just like a Facebook post because that's exactly what it is. And so when it gets posted there, it's a natural Facebook post that you can see really easily. I always tell folks, especially when they're new to building a website, and they're like, well, why should I have something that collects emails? I'm brand new. I'm not going to be doing email marketing. That's exactly why, because you want to eventually do email marketing, start gathering those emails from folks, right? That's nothing you're doing, in any kind of sneaky way, right? It's having a pop-up or something in your footer that says, hey, if you want to get more information about us, share your email with us, right? Folks don't have to do it if they don't want to. If they're putting their email address in there, it's because they found your offer to be interesting and they want to get that information. They know when they share their email address with you, you're going to send them an email, right? That's that social contract we made. Hey, sign up for our newsletter. You're going to get, all our latest deals, coupons, and updates on all our latest products, right? I know when I share my email with you, that's what I'm going to get. So send that to me. Absolutely. Really critical to build up that email list so you can tap into just tap into it at any moment when you're ready, versus passive customers you kind of attract in other marketing channels, right? Email marketing still provides the largest return on investment versus any other social media channels. I think latest stats are like for every dollar you spend on email marketing, we can expect $42 in return. Way higher than the Twitter, Facebook, Instagram type marketing. So really valuable channel. And a couple of reasons, right? I mean, those are loyal buyers, right? They've already agreed to get information from you. And if they purchase from you, you can market to them. They're already customers who've made a purchase. They're happy with it. They're going to make repeat purchases. It's just reminding them, hey, remember that you bought from us before, you loved it. Here's all the new stuff we offer. Those loyal customers definitely give you a longer lifetime value versus someone that just purchases something one time. And again, really cost effective, right? Marketing to new customers, it's going to be at least five times more expensive than it is to market to your existing customers, right? Because they're already engaged, you already have their information, makes it really easy to market to them versus new ones. That cost acquisition for new customers tends to be much higher. And then community and word of mouth, right? Great way to build up your own community of people that love your product, you love your services. If you're engaged with them on social media, they're going to be your best, advocates and out there sharing all the information about you as well. All right, so when we talk about email marketing, right, we have pre-built templates that you can use instantly, like driving people to your online store when you have a sale or a new product, or say you want to, collect donations. We've made it very simple, and again, branding is consistent, so it looks like what your website looks like. All your, you can add your logo and your colors and all of that really quickly and easily. All right, so you've launched your website, things are happening, but the work doesn't necessarily stop there. You can also link. I highly recommend, if you're using it, link your Google Analytics account to your Score Online store for a ton more metrics and data. Right? You can. We already give you basic information like your unique visitors, average pages they visit, just a summary of your traffic and referring sites, like so you can see which sites folks are getting to you. Is it all coming from Google? Is it all coming from Facebook? Is it coming from maybe your website was featured on the Native Startup website, and you can see, oh, cool. Since it was posted there, I can see I've gotten 200 new views from that. That's awesome. Or maybe you paid another website to place your banner on there, and that way you can see, okay, I paid them this much, I got this many visitors, which led to this much new business. You can see what was my return on investment on something like that. Again, basic overview of how many customers are visiting your site and how many sales you've made in a given time period. Definitely information you want to be aware of, so you can see all of that, right? We have that all in a really easy to use dashboard there. Average pages per unique visit. So you can see here on unique visits and page views, they're going to be different, right? So those 1,870 visitors ended up viewing 4,945 pages, because one visitor can visit multiple pages, right? So if you have a 5-page website and I go there, I'm a unique visitor, I haven't been to your site before, and I visit all 5 pages, one person can lead to 5 page views. So really important to kind of separate those out there. That's a great metric to kind of keep in mind there, because it lets you know that people are staying on your website. So if those unique visits and page views is really, close in number, that means they're not visiting very many pages, right? Or maybe only a couple people are visiting multiple pages. So it's good to see that that's much higher, because that's something that Google looks at, or all the search engines look at, is how much time people are spending on your website. So if I go to your website, I see the homepage, I leave, that's not a good look, right? So maybe the information was wrong, so I wasn't finding what I was looking for, so I left. But if I click on your homepage and then you have a button for me to go to your shop all page or go to your videos page or your about us page, now I'm visiting your website, I'm clicking through different pages. That shows the search engines that, oh, you've got interesting info on here. People are staying here and looking at other information. A really, really good way to keep going there. Okay, here's just an example of a sales summary, right? So you can see the sales that you've had, how many orders those were, and your conversions rates. So you can see, okay, how many visitors am I getting versus how many orders? Okay, so that means for every 100 people I visit, I'm getting an average of 2-3 orders, right? I mean, just as an example. That way you can see, okay, what do I need to do to up that number? Maybe my call to actions, the buttons I have on my website telling folks to buy now or shop now or do whatever on the site, maybe they need to be spruced up a little bit. Maybe they're in the wrong place. Maybe I need to make them bigger, maybe make them bolder, make them stand out some more, right? So definitely knowing all the data there to help you make just better decisions about your website. Abandoned carts, and a really, really important factor as well. I mean, we've all received those, right? You go to a website, you put something in the shopping cart. Almost every shopping cart now is going to ask you first and foremost for your email address, and that's for this, right? If you add something in the cart, you give me your email, you leave without purchasing, I can then send you that abandoned cart email and say, hey, looks like you left something in the cart. Here's a coupon for 10% off to complete your order, right? That would be an example of abandoned cart. We probably all experience that. But then you can also again see, is that working for you, right? So if you offered a 10% coupon, did that bring more customers back, right? You can see here your click rate, your open rate, anything like that. Again, just more and more data to help you really make those decisions. Like, okay, maybe for September, I didn't add a coupon in there. I had this many abandoned carts and only had 1% buy actually complete the purchase, versus in October then I added a free coupon and maybe I had 10% of people purchasing from that email. So really showing you that the coupon was the impetus for them making a purchase. Or maybe it's the pricing. Maybe your pricing structure needs to be updated. Maybe that's why they didn't purchase, because they thought the price was too high. Really just more and more data to make better and better decisions. All right, so getting close to the end here. So just some key takeaways when you're really getting online, right? So kind of covered a lot in a short amount of time here. So you don't have to remember everything I said, just that we just some of the tactical tips here, but just some key takeaways, right? When you're making your website and you're putting it together, make it easy to navigate, right? Make it easy for them to go from page to page and have call to actions on the button to do specific things, right? So on your homepage, if you don't have a call to action to visit the shopping page, or add your email to download our latest white paper or something like that, right? Keeping folks engaged. You have to, again, you're not there in person, so you have to tell folks what to do, right? We've all done that. We've all been to a website, buy now, shop now, download this today, right? That's all telling us what to do. That's the voice of the shop owner there. What are people going to see and remember in the first 5 seconds of landing on your website? When there's a phrase in marketing and websites in general that's referred to above the fold. So above the fold is what you see on a website when you get there without scrolling down. So usually you're going to see your logo, right? Your navigation, right? Your home, which is all your pages. Maybe a button in the corner, right? To buy now, book now, shop now, and then your main image to your website, right? Your header or your hero image, right? Is it memorable? Is it really representative of your brand? Right, that's the prime real estate is that first section that people see when they land on your website before doing any scrolling. And then are your navigation tabs organized in the way customers naturally discover product or services, right? Think, about a shop all page, gallery, videos, right? Like those general pages that we expect to see and expect to then, kind of go through and keep us on the website. Make sure you have rich content on your site, right? Instagram photos, your videos, if you have a YouTube channel, linking to your YouTube videos, or just videos in general, right? Video is the content king nowadays, right? Instagram, everything on Instagram, it used to be a photo, now everything's a video, right? Facebook, also videos. YouTube, obviously the biggest factor out there. But if you have videos, showing your product in use, or even someone talking about your product that's not you, maybe a customer review, that's really, really powerful and rich content to add to your website. And then your domain name, right? Make your business stand out, look more professional, and just make it easy to read and to remember. When you're purchasing a domain name, one of the biggest mistakes I see people make is trying to kind of get funny with it, and like the word express is a big example. Like whether you spelled it with an EX or just with an X. If I tell someone, oh, I'm at expressrepairs.com, and I don't say it's with the EX, I'm generally going to default to EX. Maybe I just use the X because the EX was taken. Now they're going to a different website altogether. So using stuff like that, or numbers, right? The number 5 versus the versus FIVE, right? Which one is it? So try to avoid those types of things that can confuse someone. Keep it as short and simple as you can, right? And try to log up those domain names as soon as possible. And just one of the keys that I see folks that keeps people from moving forward and doing something is they think it has to be perfect and they don't have everything ready. Like you can reiterate on your site, where you can publish, hey, coming soon, more content coming soon. Let people know, hey, it's under construction, right? But for now, here's what we have. Interact with us and just keep building it, and you can make it better and better and better as you go along. You can add content every day if you wanted to, right? But just get something up there, get it going, get that process started, so folks know where you're at and know that, hey, the website's up. Doesn't look like there's a lot of content, but they say they're getting content. I'll keep checking back, right? Then you got repeat people coming back for you. Then you can announce on your social media, right? Hey, website's updated. Go check out our new store. Link in the bio, right? That's a call to action in itself. Click the link in our bio to go to our website. Then you can see, oh, I got 500 new visitors from Instagram clicking the link in our bio, right? Again, all back to just that overall data that you now have access to. For more info and just a place to connect with more business owners, highly recommend you visit us at sellercommunity.com. That's where you're going to find all our guides, all our frequently asked questions, and where we have actual content from other Square sellers talking about what they did to make their business better, how they grew their business. A real good example of that, we have it's an ice cream shop. I think it's called Pesos or Presos out on the East Coast, and they wrote 2 articles about how they used a loyalty program, how they built it from using punch cards to a digital loyalty program with Square, and how that grew their business. But this is coming from the actual business owner and with the struggles they had, and then how they made it actually succeed. So we have a lot of sellers, actual Square customers in there talking about how they struggled, how they overcame it, and advice on how you can do the same. So a great resource there for you guys. So that's all I have for today. If we have any questions, happy to review that now, or review those now. If not, then thank you for having me.
I have a question.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm looking into getting my website going.
Mm-hmm.
I know I need a lot of information on that as far as getting the website going, but I like the way everything ties in with Facebook and Instagram. And is that the only platform you guys tie into, or are there other ones you can tie into, like TikTok and those others?
Not TikTok yet. You can connect to Pinterest as well to tag your Pinterest posts to your products. Eventually, yeah. I mean, TikTok, funny enough, it's become an e-commerce solution now as well, right? So people are tagging like products and stuff in TikTok. Snapchat's going to be coming out. So we're constantly evolving. So eventually that stuff will be a part of that as well.
Okay. Yeah, I have a product coming up and I want to put it on TikTok, like a 15-second advertisement, you know, of what I make and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just that, you know, I don't have the capability or the knowledge to bring that out, but I can see what I want, but I can't bring it out. So
Gotcha. Yeah, TikTok's a great way to advertise your business or your product, right? And kind of, you know, get that kind of viral flow going. But then again, you know, once you do that, you're going to want them to go to your website, right, to make the purchase so you can get the orders there. So TikTok's a great way to acquire customers, but then you know they need a place to go to buy that actual product. So that would be right on your own website. I'm not sure, Heather or Marsha, I know you guys have a ton of specialists on staff there. I don't know if is it you're needing help with like the video production part of it or the product part of it. I'm not sure, Thomas.
I think it'll be the video part of it. That's where I would be needing a lot of help.
Gotcha. I'm not sure, Marsha or Heather, is that something you guys have a specialist for? There's like a media specialist that could help Thomas.
Well, I was just going to say we have members in our incubator member that specialize in just that. So some of it could just be connecting to other members of the same community that you're a part of, Tom, to see how they can help. And then, of course, yeah, the design team has some limited abilities there. We don't have a lot of the cool software that some of the other native companies in our network have access to, but we can take that offline. I'm happy to see how we might be able to help.
Yeah, I can send you a list of who we have currently in the area. Tom.
Okay.
One of them that comes to mind is Happy Accidents. Close by in Cameron. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I do see what I see what I want, but I just can't, you know, obtain it and put it out the way I want to put it out, you know. So I guess the only thing I need to do is figure out, or get a hold of somebody, or at least talk to somebody, and then figure out things from there, you know. I at least get started on that. And I'll appreciate that. Yeah, you can send me information, and I can contact them.
I can do that.
That's great.
But
what kind of product? What kind of product do you have, Thomas?
I sell jewelry, but contemporary jewelry. I just try to make one item and then move on to another item. Try not to reproduce another item. But try to make each piece differently. That's what I do. Yeah.
Great, thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Okay, so yeah, that's probably the only question I have. I was having a hard time getting into the beginning because I think you're having some difficulties or some, and then it's like all my questions just disappeared from there when you started. It's like I just concentrated on what you were talking about. But it's interesting, yeah, things are starting to fall in for me a little bit more, you know, but I'm just kind of staying with my jewelry right now, and I do have the idea of what I want to do, but I think I'm gonna start working on that here real soon now and getting the website going. So I probably need to contact you on the website. I do have Square. I just don't dabble around in it enough to figure out what I have in there, you know, what options I have in there in Square. So
yeah, you have time. I will actually I'm gonna add my email in the chat here. And then if you need, you can just reach out to me.
Yeah, because I just need information right now, and then I can sort it out in my head and then put it together and then come back to you with some that I think I might like to do, you know. I think I can do it that way.
Okay, cool. Yeah, my email is in the chat there. If you need to you know, reach out to me, you can reach out to me by email there. I can connect you with whoever might be able to help you best.
Okay, yeah, the idea of getting a website going and put the, you know, still building the content to it, it makes sense to me, because I was gonna wait until the end of the year for a website, but maybe I need to do it now.
Yeah,
to-
I would highly recommend doing it as soon as you can.
Okay, so that's
Even if you're not selling stuff on there just yet, definitely just having that presence there to start building some of that traffic up, just so you can let people know and like, hey, it's up. The store's not ready yet, but keep an eye on it. That way you can have it up better than just not having anything.
Yeah, okay, that's what I want to do then. Okay, so I got your email, so we'll talk from there, I guess.
Awesome. Thanks, Thomas.
Yeah, thank you for the presentation, and thank you, Change Lab. I still want to do a lot more with Change Lab, but right now my time's like stuck over here in the shop. But I like to be more involved with Change Lab too. But eventually it'll come. So
Yeah, it's a
thank
great
you.
organization.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Thank
Bye.
you, Tom, for attending, and we look forward to seeing you soon again.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Marsha. Yeah.
Take care.
Take care.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.